If you are a business person, you can save $70,000 annually. I will show you how. So let's go to the salary.com. As you see, executive assistants salaries in United States are $70,000. It goes up to $90,000. So I will call our AI agent relationship intelligence. So scenario. As a business founder, you are planning to scale a franchise in New York. When you last spoke, country master franchise mentioned that his daughter has just started university in London and he rather enjoys good Arabic cuisine. This type of notes are so important just because of the emotional intelligence. And when we say create a meeting with a master franchise in New York for 5 days later, it finds a suitable 1 hour mutual slot for our own time zones. And as an output, meeting with John in Arabic restaurant, discuss New York expansion, congratulate his daughter's graduation, and personal insights about him, as we should remember his tone and character. So I added 3 core pain points here: manual identification, backend for scheduling, and fragmented tools. And natural language command on Telegram, plan a meeting with a partner in New York next week, personalizes context using profile data, checks Google Calendar for availability, book restaurants, create calendar events, sends invites, and confirms via voice message. You want to decrease your expenses, increase your profit. Let's get in touch. I will add the QR code here. You can easily scan it and have one-to-one strategy call with me. So without losing the time, let's get in touch and let's solve your business problems together. So let's have a look how will be the final output. So I've just opened the NNN workflow. You can use also make.com, but I prefer NNN. As you see, AI personal assistant. So right now, just because of this showing the flow to you, it's inactive. I am clicking on it, waiting for trigger event. I am opening my Telegram application on my phone. So we'll send an audio message. I wanna scale up my business in Amsterdam, so create an event with a master franchise manager in Amsterdam for the next Monday. As you see, our workflow has just started. So first of all, we have scheduling orchestration AI agent. I will explain you why we need that. Secondly, scheduling execution agent. We have 4 subflows: calendar subflow, just because of the calendar events. Second one is Pinecone subflow, just because of the vector databases to check our client and special needs. And thirdly, a Gmail subflow, which is for sending emails. And fourthly, a Telegram subflow, just because of sending the last messages and also summer voice chat to us as well. And we have 2 if else. And first of all, is just because of the inform the user about the problem. Second one is just because of the not authorized. As you know, Telegram bots are publicly usable, so someone can search for our bot, but I don't want for others to add a new things to our calendar, also using our CRM. So meeting with John Carter booked for November 10. Let's say November 10. It will be next Monday, as you see, from 9 to 10 Amsterdam time. This is a partner Gmail, let's say, and as you see, Amsterdam time 9 to 10 plus 3 time, because Amsterdam is GMT plus 1, but Baku is GMT plus 4, so it will be seen at 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., which is really great and working. So secondly, let's check our client Gmail. As you see, successfully booked a meeting with John this time and franchise manager. And let's check our own Gmail account. Successfully booked a meeting with John. That's great. And one more thing, let's check the message till the end. Email sent. John Carter, based in Amsterdam, is cautious with the new campaigns and slow to making decisions, which is his pain point. He prefers morning email communication, values recognition and trust, appreciates well-prepared, visually presented ideas. John has a warm, family-oriented personality, enjoys a classical music, tennis, and recently celebrated his daughter's university graduation. He is open to implementing a digital loyalty program to improve customer retention and loves Arabic cuisine. Understand what type of special things we need to remember during the meeting. As you see at the end, we have also meeting summary. It's more understandable to human language. As you see, from 9 to 10 a.m. Amsterdam Baku time, we arranged to discuss a digital loyalty scheme for improved client loyalty. And as you see, congratulate him on his daughter's university graduation. You know, guys, this last sentence is so important. Why? Because of the emotional intelligence. You can check this on the internet. And at the end, we have also an idea.
Meeting summary. A date with John Carter is set for the 10th of November 2025 from 9 to 10 a.m. Amsterdam Baku time. We've arranged to discuss a digital loyalty scheme for improved client loyalty. Special notes. John appreciates well-structured visual ideas.
As you see, it works smoothly. Before starting to create our workflow from scratch, let's see what type of tools we need for starting this type of AI automation. End-to-end tools across communication, reasoning, memory, and output. Communication tools overview. We'll use Telegram bot fodder, create a bot to communicate with users and trigger automations. Secondly, voice generations. I'll use ElevenLabs. It's great for generating realistic voice summaries from AI outputs. Thirdly, NNN for if switch nodes and logic control for routing user messages, audio, text, comments. Core reasoning models. Firstly, I'll use OpenAI chat model, which is core LLM for reasoning, intent detection, and decision making. Secondary model for calendars, I'll use Google Gemini chat model. Secondary model for comparison and context enrichment. Data and memory tools. For data management, I'll use Google Sheets as a CRM. Secondly, Google Calendar. Thirdly, Gmail tool. For vector processing, I'll use Pinecone for vector store and OpenAI embeddings. And for document processing, I'll use Google Drive and data loaders. Personalized outputs. For voice outputs, I'll use ElevenLabs again, generate spoken summaries of meeting details and insights. For messaging outputs, I'll use Telegram bot messages to send AI outputs, voice responses, and meeting summary. Let's start to our workflow. Firstly, I would like to mention it's just MVP for our daily usage. But for the enterprise level projects, the logic can be a bit more different. So I opened NNN website. You can also use make.com. I prefer NNN. So pretty good UI. You can check their website and all pages. We have two pricing model. Let's talk firstly for paid. It's $20 monthly. It's a good number because it's hosted by NNN, so we don't need anymore to find the websites to run our applications. So if you say, and I just want to use it freely, you can just go to their GitHub, as it's a open source project, 150,000 stars, which is a good number. And don't forget, almost every day they add new commits. That's a reason why when you download it to your local machine, try to pull it up every day for the new commits. And used TypeScript, CSS, Python, JavaScript programming languages here. So I already have a account in NNN. That's the reason why I don't use local machine right now. But if you want step by step how we can download it and to use it on Node.js, Docker, just let me know on the comments. For the next videos, I can create a special video for you. So let's go to our NNN. I opened my workflow and I will click on the create workflow. So firstly, I would like to show you which type of triggers we have. Trigger manually on app event or on a schedule, on a webhook call, on form submission when executed by another workflow, on chat message when running evaluation, and other ways. It's mainly the popular ones. So we'll use a Telegram. That's a reason why I will search for Telegram. And Telegram gives an API which is so easy to use for our use cases. And so when I want to get a notification from the Telegram, when I write some message, I will click on them on message. So we have a credentials to connect. I already connected. So you can also do it yourself by clicking on create new credential. I opened my Telegram. You can search for fodder, which is for the creating a new bots in Telegram. And it gives us lots of commands like new bot, my bots, and lots of others as well. So we just need to run a new bot and we need to name it. For example, franchise agent. We need to add bot at the end. Okay, I already used. Okay, franchise AI agent bot. It's ready. Congratulations on your new bot, and you can access it by clicking on it. So it gives us a token for HTTP APIs. We are just clicking on it to copy it and going back to our NNN, and for our access token, we just added it and say, and when it gives a green notification, it means everything is okay. As you remember, I mentioned this bot can be found by other people as well, but I don't want other people to use it to get the access to my calendar, to my Google Drive, or to my CRM. That's the reason why I will add the if case. Let's start our execution. So I am going back to clicking on franchise agent. Telegram gives us this command. Well, so how can I be sure it's from me? With chat ID. Chat ID is unique for everyone and only from my Telegram, which is this. As you see, type of the this text is number, so I will add the is equal to. As you see, we have add condition, so I will add username is Zahid is equal to. So execute step. So as you see, it's a true branch. So we can add some message for people who are using it from the different account, like it's not authorized and etc. For now, I want to make it simple, like no operation. So let's name it not authorized. Okay. So for the true case, I mentioned at the beginning, it can be text or audio message. So for differentiated, we can use switch case. Our message is text is equal to, instead of equal to, we can add exists. Okay, it will give us true false, and auto name, let's say text. And we can also add one more, which will be audio and exist. Okay, let me show you if we are sending an audio message, how it will be. So let's click on the execute, and it is an audio message. So as you see, it's audio, and we need to send file ID here. Okay, it's for audio. Execute step, and it's audio, as you see. And audio is green. Okay, after it, we need to download our video. I will search for Telegram and get a file, because audio is a file format. And what I need to send it, file ID, as you see. And by the drag drop feature, it's so easy, it's just dragging it. Okay, and if I execute step, as you see, our data is ready. And I want to transcribe it with OpenAI. You can also use ElevenLabs. At the end, I will use ElevenLabs to send the final output to us. But for now, OpenAI is okay for us. So transcribe a recording. So input data field name, as you see, automatically it will be data. It is a message from the Telegram as an audio file. So guys, I send another audio. As you see, it's a message from the Telegram as an audio file. So that's great. And what's our next step? By the way, right now our output is like text usage, etc. And from the text format, it will be this long JSON that I want to use data transformation and edit fields. We can make its name like text, and to send it we can go here and JSON message text. And for the next node, we need AI agent. It will be for orchestration, and we will send a JSON.text. As you say, it's coming from the transcriber recording. Okay, And as a system message, let's make it easy. Search my CRM to find the person by name or city. And we add a chat model. We can add OpenAI, but for now I would like to add Gemini because almost all people just showing you with OpenAI model. I like Google Gemini chat model. It's more accurate for me. So I'm clicking on it. As you see, it's again, we need a credential. So how we can create a new credential? Let's click on it. So as you see, we need an API key. How we can find it? Whenever you can't find an answer to your questions, guys, don't worry. As you see, we have a notification here. Need help filling out this field. So I'm clicking on the Open Docs, Google credentials, and it gives us information how we can create a credential for our use case. So right now I need to find an API key for Google Palm and Gemini. And as you see, Google Gemini chat model. Let's go below, and to create an API key, go to the API key page in Google AI Studio and select create API key. Okay, redirect to Google AI Studio. As you see, I already have two API key. I'm just creating a new one again, create API key, and franchise agent, let's say, and new project, franchise agent AI. We are creating a new project. Okay, and name of our API key, franchise agent again, and create a new key. Okay, it's ready. So I just need to click on the copy API key, and I am going back to our NNN, and I am just adding API key here. And if I click on the save, as you see, connection tested successful. I am adding a new memory, simple memory, and we need to add unique key like in React, and I can send it to chat ID again because it's a unique. And for context window, let's say 10 to remember our text. And for a tool, I will add the Google Sheet, and I will call it CRM tool. So I will show you our simple Google Sheet as we will use it for a franchise client full name, city, franchises type, company brand, and contact info, start date, performance level, and last contact date, and preferred contact style. It's just normal CRM. I will just send a text message, create an event with a person in Amsterdam. It will go to find our CRM who lives in Amsterdam. And for example, if I send full name, it will go again to find the whole information about that person. Okay, let's test if it works. So we are going back, CRM tool, and we need to find franchise CRM, and from the sheet 1. So let's start our execution again. By the way, we will need to combine it here as well because text messages also will be output as an text. I will show you right now. So if I execute, I will send find the partner in Amsterdam, and as you see, output is in text. And I went to AI agent. I can only search for CRM for all entries and can't filter by name or city. Would you like me because the CRM data? You know, guys, we need to create system message, what we want to do, which AI can understand what's our intention. I click on this icon. Okay. System role. So first of all, we need to add system role. You are the scheduling orchestration agent. Your job is to interpret the user scheduling request, trigger the CRM tool to retrieve contact info. You don't need to handle execution or scheduling. only prepare structured output for the execution agent. Current date is now. It's because of AI agent. Just think about it like 2 years ago. That's the reason why we need to add now always. As you see, now is November 8th. And task flow, step by step, detect user intent, as it can be booking, update, or cancel. In this video, I will just create for booking. For your homework, you can create for update or cancel. If you have any questions, you can just write to me on LinkedIn. I will give you an instructions again. So second note, extract name or location from input text. If a person's name is mentioned, extract the full name. If a city or country is mentioned, extract the location. Third note, trigger the CRM tool using the extract name or location. Always call the name or location is present. And don't fabricate contact info. And tool, CRM tool, use this tool to find contact details, name, email, city, country. So input is, it should be json.text, and extract city or name from above input to use as a query below. And when triggered, it returns JSON, name, email, city, country, and output should be like intent. We need to send for the next flow, booking, update, or cancel, user, email, city, country, time, notes. If contact can't find, output only plain text, no contact found in our CRM. Okay. Rules, use a CRM tool first, never call other tools, output clean JSON only, no extra text or markdown. If CRM tools fails or empty, return the plain text error and stop. Never loop again, and explain and reanalyze your own output. Keep responses minimal and machine readable. And example workflows, first of all, booking. Book a meeting with an Amsterdam master next Thursday at 3 p.m. And output will be intent booking, user Michael Anders, email, and city, country, time, and notes, special notes. And for update and cancel, I also add and failure. If you have some problems, if CRM finds no match, no contact found in our CRM, for example, for Dubai, please add them first. Summary, this agent performs intent detection. CRM lookup, structured JSON output, not TXT. Always end your response with JSON only, and stop execution immediately. Try to make the prompt for AI more accurate, as it gives us a power to AI agent to understand whole flow and our needs deeply. So how we can create a system role easily? I found a library inside ChatGPT for the system prompt generator, so you can use it. Okay, and so let's test our flow, how it is working. Execute workflow. Find a partner in Amsterdam. As you see, it runs, and it should go to the CRM tool to find that person. And okay, we have one problem. No contact found in CRM for Amsterdam. Please add them first. By the way, we need to add here our filters. Select full name, and as an value, we can click on this button, which is defines this parameter. Also, we can add the column like city, and it's again to give access to our AI. Let's check our workflow and create an event with a partner in Amsterdam for the next Monday. I wanna scale up my business there, for example. Let's see what will be our output. Okay, intent booking, user, email, Amsterdam next Monday, and the notes. I want to scale up my business there. Great for both options, for text and audio as well. So let's go to the next flow. Let's add if condition. We should be sure if we found partner or not. So how can we be sure about it? Inside JSON output, if you have an email, it means we have an active user. So let's add it. We can be sure about contains, and it's JavaScript function, email. Okay, it means yes, we have email, but for example, if you say create an event in, for example, Dubai, it will run false condition because we don't have an Dubai. Yes, it worked. That's great. No contact found in CRM for Dubai. Inform the user in Telegram. So Telegram send a text message. So message chat ID. Chat ID comes from the first Telegram flow, and text is coming from the if condition and as an output. So execute workflow. Okay, let's check our Telegram. No contact found in CRM for Dubai. Please add them first. And by the way, let's remove the append NNN attribution by turned off it. So execute workflow. And yes, no contact found in CRM for Dubai. Please add them first. User for a true case. And we will run the second AI agent tool. Again, we should send our output here, which will be JSON.output. It should be inside expression output. Let's run, and we need a chat model. We can use Gemini again, and it's default Gemini 2.5 Flash. It's all right. Let's make it more clear. And memory, simple memory again. And let's add define below our chat ID. And let's make it 10, last message. Okay, let's say execute workflow. And let's send this text again. Let's say true case AI agent. Yes, it's working smoothly. So with this AI agent, I need to add my subflows calendar for handling our calendar events, Gmail as a subflow for handling our emails, and we need to add the vector database as to remember our partner special informations, and Telegram subflow to handle our Telegram messages. So let me explain to you why I am using here two AI agent. So whenever we are using one AI agent, as our AI agent right now is so hard and running lots of tools, subflows, it means we are losing lots of tokens. As creating first of all this tool to handling our CRM, which is already saving in our memory, and after it we can be sure with subflows we can use it. And that's the reason why I did like that. So it's good, no worries. For example, instead of using lots of tokens in one AI agent, I would prefer to use less tokens into AI agents. That's normal. Don't worry about it. Let's add our first subflow, calendar related events in this subflow. So let me create it in another workflow, or create workflow, and it will be named like Gmail subflow, and I should run it here when executed by another workflow. So we need to get the accept all data. Okay, let's check it. As you see, it's working. So first of all, Gmail. Let's call it Gmail. Gmail subflow, and let's choose it from our database, Gmail subflow. Secondly, calendar subflow. Use this tool to handle my calendar related things, and I need to calendar subflow, name it. And by the way, I think here I calendar related, sorry, it should be email related events in this subflow. One more note, we should run calendar subflow firstly, after it Gmail subflow. And let's create our calendar subflow as well. So create workflow. It should be same as when running, when executed by another workflow, and accept all data again and execute workflow. It works. And for handling our vector store, we will add Pinecone. I will explain you later. So Pinecone subflow and handle my vector store related tasks here. And let's create our Pinecone subflow as well. Pinecone subflow, and when executed by another workflow, and accept all data again, and execute workflow. And by the way, Pinecone subflow only need to work when we are creating or booking. So if we are canceling our meeting, we don't need to run Pinecone subflow again. We have two errors here, so let's add what's it, calendar subflow here, and Pinecone subflow, we should add it, Pinecone subflow. Let's add the last one, Telegram messages, handle Telegram related tasks here, and let's create it as well. So create workflow again, and Telegram subflow, name it, and when executed by another. So accept all data, and it should work as well. So let's add it here as well, Telegram subflow. Right now we should inform our AI agent what's our goal with the subflows. So expressions, and create on it. Okay, so I already have and ready-made text. Let me copy paste here. You are the scheduling execution agent. You receive JSON output, which will be like that. And your role is to execute the required tools. Calendar, Pinecone, Gmail, Telegram is in strict order to complete the scheduling action and produce a short, human-readable final output. Current date is now. As you see, responsibilities: read and validate input JSON from agent 1. Use tools in the correct order. Calendar subflow, create, update, or cancel events. Pinecone subflow only if intent equal to booking. Gmail subflow, send email confirmation. Telegram subflow, format and send final message to the user. Stop immediately after a Telegram output. Never loop and reanalyze. Tools usage, and for calendar subflow, input will be something like this, and output will be something like query meeting booked between director and, for example, Michael for November 7 for Berlin time at this time, for example. It will be about the plans for the next quarter. Okay, and if calendar have error, it should give us a error, failed to process meeting for the name, calendar temporarily unavailable. So if intent equal to booking, continue to Pinecone. Otherwise, skip Pinecone. So the next workflow is Pinecone, and only for booking case. So it will not run for update or cancel events because we don't need to run it for nonsense. So as you see, our input will be the same and output will be something like, for example, Michael is a master franchise in Amsterdam, prefers structured discussion, for example. If Pinecone fails, we will have a problem, like an error. Gmail subflow, input is the same and such will be Gmail sent successfully. And if Gmail have problem, email not sent, will be our output as an error message. And the last one, Telegram subflow, and the same input message, and the last output will be Telegram subflow formats message, and sends via text or voice. After Telegram execution, stop immediately. So our output rules produce only the structured object for Telegram, which will be as in the here JSON output. No markdown or symbols. Each tool runs once. No retries or self-analysis. And after Telegram output, behavior by intent, booking. For booking, it will be CRM, calendar, Pinecone, Gmail, Telegram, and at the end we will have an output meeting with a name, booked for the time, email invitation sent, short summary, and profile summary. For update and cancel, I also mentioned here, and for failure, it will give us a Telegram error message like failed to process meeting for name, calendar temporarily unavailable. So also I added example workflow here. It's great. Our AI agent will try to understand what type of examples and what type of things will be in our workflow. So for example, intent, user email, it will be at the end, calendar success, Pinecone success, Gmail success, and Telegram as a final output. And Telegram sends message, it should stop. And reminders, follow order, calendar, Pinecone, if booking, Gmail, and Telegram. Each step runs once, no loops or repetition. Output clean JSON to Telegram subflow only, because Telegram gives us an error when we are using symbols, special symbols. So stop executions after Telegram output. Okay, that's great. Again, if you want to create some system message, something like this, you can use system prompt generator from the ChatGPT. You can explore here. Let's execute our workflow. If it's working properly, create an event in Amsterdam. And first of all, calendar subflow. Let's see. Okay, calendar is working, but right now we don't have a return case. That's the reason why it's still waiting. And it should then go to the Pinecone because it's booking intent. Okay, Pinecone, it's working. After it, Gmail subflow. Okay, Gmail is also working, and after it, Telegram messages. Let's see how AI handles our time zones. Timeline overview. As you see, Amsterdam time zone is +1, and Baku time zone is +4, and both working time is from 9 to 6 p.m. Only meetings will be eligible between 9 to 3 p.m. in Amsterdam time, which will be from 12 to 6 p.m. in Baku time. It's so important. And time zone detection, user location. AI reads user locations from, for example, Michael, Amsterdam, Netherlands, and local time zone detects our own time zone, and participant detection determines other participant. Amsterdam here, which is comes from here. Time difference, clock showing +3 hour difference. So convert working hours. Participant has working hours from 9 to 6 p.m. and for Baku and for Amsterdam as well. And overlap will be +3 hour difference. Okay, so book and notify, smart scheduling. AI books events automatically on both calendars with perfect synchronization. Confirms, sends instant confirmation via Gmail and Telegram, multi-platform, using Gmail, calendar, and Telegram at the same time. And time zone smart, AI converts time zone, so each user sees local time. Let's start to create our sub workflows. As you see, I deactivated Gmail, Pinecone, and Telegram for now. Let's start with calendar sub workflow. If it's working, execute workflow. Let's send the data to see if it's working properly. It should run calendar sub workflow, send the data. Let's see which data we are sending here. Let's see, it succeeded. As an input, it will get this data. Great. And before starting, let's add this mock data here, because it will be more easier for us to test without running our parent. Let's create our AI agent. And AI agent will get a defined below query. And as a chat model, again, Gemini. For the time zone related tasks, it takes lots of time. That's the reason why using Google Gemini, it will handle everything related to time zone itself. And memory, we don't need a memory here because it's an softflow. We can use tool here. So what type of tools we need here? Google Calendar, and let's name it check availability, and set automatically event create, and from list. Let's create for Upwork zauraliyev@gmail.com. And start and end time will be defined by AI. Okay, it's my availability. Secondly, checking the calendar of the client availability. Checking client availability and event create from the calendar. As you see, I assigned before my own, but for right now, I want to AI to decide itself. As you see, we have Gmail here. So I will click on it. Start time and end time will be defined by AI. Client and book appointment, again, calendar, and we need book appointment. Okay, let's make it uppercase, and create for the calendar. Let's make it by automatically, and start end time automatically, and inside our message I want description, and I want location. For now it will be online, and summary. Yes, it's again by AI automatically. We can also add the background color here. Let me show you. For example, let's make it this color. And inside my AI agent, the most important one, let's add system message again. So let me copy paste again. So system role, you're the AI scheduling assistant, calendar subflow. Your job is to find and book earliest 1 hour meeting between host, which is mine, and time zone GMT +4 because I'm in Baku right now, and client from input JSON, auto detect time zone from city country. And Google Gemini will handle this because I'm not sure which time zone is in the Berlin, for example, is in the Riyadh, is in the New York. I'm not sure about it. And current date, I added as before. And the input, I'm getting the input from the query. Goal, find the earliest 1 hour mutual time slot inside both. Only working hours, as you see, from 9 to 6 p.m. Local time for each participant. For example, let's imagine this situation. I am in Baku and partner is in the Amsterdam. For example, client time at 10 a.m. will be 1 p.m. in my Baku time zone. So if the time isn't specified, default to 9 client time tomorrow. If user says 2 days later, use 9 client time 2 days later. And if the selected hour is busy, try 10 a.m., then 11 a.m., then 12 a.m. It will go by looping. If all are busy, move to the next day and repeat the same. It will just try 10 different loops at the same time. After 10, it will just say, okay, I couldn't find anything. And search up to 7 working days ahead, and tools check availability, client time zone, city, country. It will get the time zone of the client from here. For example, in the query, I am sending Amsterdam, as you see, and it will detect automatically by Gemini and call check availability and check client availability for those days and compare results. So our output will be something like title, host email, client email, start time, end time, location, description, etc. After booking successfully, save booking appointment parameters. And I will talk about it later. And tools, my meeting summaries, and it will be something like successfully booked with a meeting with user on this from start to end, and for our time zones. And the example again, no time given. We will think about it. It's for tomorrow, and we will start to find it again from 9 till the 6 p.m. and at the end successfully booked. For example, if I am saying 2 days later, so time will be 2 days later. So for example, it's busy week, we will have an answer here. No mutual free slot available within 7 working days for booking with user. So always execute tools directly, never describe them. Always start with 9 client time and never schedule outside 9 and 6 p.m. For the late nights, it will not create any booking. So maximum search window 7 working days ahead, and return only short structured JSON result with a query key, no markdown, no explanation, no tool names. Stop execution immediately after producing JSON. At the end, we can return the data and edit fields. It will be like response, expression. It should be JSON.output. It's response. Let's rename it response. Okay, so it's ready. So we don't need to run our mother workflow again for testing purposes. We already have a mock data here. As you see, booking user this email next Monday. So we are trying to get event, not event. We are checking the calendar availability. This type of bugs happening, guys. And here as well, not event calendar. We should check the availability. Our goal is this. Okay. And only the last one should be great. Anyway, let's see. We just have one meeting here. So let's say I am busy this time. Let's check if it's working properly. So next Monday, and we are busy till the evening, and only one slot I am okay in Baku time, which will be of course for Amsterdam as well, because it's 17 minus 3 will be 2 p.m. for Amsterdam too, and it's also free. Let's run it. It should run multiple times, because from the morning till the 5 p.m. it will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, even 7 times. Let's see. Okay, it finished. Let's see how much it went for checking. So from 12 in Baku time, in Amsterdam it will be 9, and 2, it goes 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., and 5 p.m., which 5 p.m. only available. As you see, it added here. It's working properly. And in our partner email, let's say, yes, 2 p.m. as well here. It's working smoothly. And as an response, we have successfully booked a meeting with John Carter from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. in Amsterdam time. As you see, Amsterdam time. It's working properly. Let's add our second subflow, which is Gmail. Let's turn it on. Gmail subflow, and Gmail is here. And again, the same input will be sent to Gmail as well. Let's copy it up and add it here as well. And editing and saved it up. Okay, so it's on Gmail, as you see. And let's add AI agent again, and it will be again query, and as a chat model, OpenAI or Gemini again, and as you say 2.5 flash, and tool Gmail, and Gmail set automatically message sent to who. For the Gmail we will send different data. Let's say which data we are sending to Gmail. We are sending different data, as you see, guys. Let's add this data as an mock data. Okay, you see, add it. AI agent, we need to use Gmail, and as you see, user email description. Okay, to automatically, subject automatically, message automatically, and not HTML text. Okay, and AI agent query. Let's add an system message again, expression. So as a system message, you are the email sending agent. Your only job is to send an email using the send emails to users. So when data is received, you receive this data, as you say, and use this send email to users to, don't forget this, guys, to our own email and to the client email, subject and body. For the rules, if email is missing or empty, don't change the email. Output will be missing client email. Subject format will be a meeting update with user. Email body automatically always sent to afrexauraliyev@gmail.com, and the client email from the input. And at the end, it should be user, email, description, something like this. And tool need to be called this email to the user email, subject, body, and output Gmail sent successfully. Okay, and let's change this name, send emails to users. And as an status, let's send response, which will be status. Such should be JSON output, expression, JSON output. Okay, let's test it. 1, 2, 3. Sent to where? Afrexaur Aliyev and Maverick meeting booked with at this time, and the goal meeting of is to scale up our business in Amsterdam. It worked. Let's open our Gmail meeting update with John Carter. We can also remove it by turned off inside append. Let's open our client Gmail as well to see what do we have. Yes, we have Gmail meeting update with John Carter, and the goal is to meet of the meeting is to scale up the business in Amsterdam. It's also working properly, and inside the Gmail we will have a response like status Gmail sent successful. So that's also great. It's working. And thirdly, our Pinecone, the most interesting flow. I love to working with vector store. So our next slide is about how the AI learns from documents to smart memory. We'll use Pinecone here. So how we teach our AI, which is calling RAG model. So we have data preparation for the first step, and we are sending our raw data sources to information extractions, which data extract from PDF and etc. And after it chunking for a small files, and after it embedding. I will give you an example how embeddings are happening. For example, we have a text like this person lives in Amsterdam. It goes to vector embedding, and vector embedding changes this text into number format, as you see, like this, and sends to our vector database. Inside our vector database, we have lots of vectors here, and it only takes vectors are so relevant and sends us as a result for our application, as you see here. So embeddings are so important. As you see, numbers only. For the technical people, I can explain it like it's like a data structure and plus neural networks or combination of it. And second step, when we are sending a query from our application, it again goes to embedding for number formats and goes to our vector database, as inside our database we already have numbers, okay, and finding our relevant data, and LLM checks it, and after it send us a response. It's so easy to understand. We are calling it retrieval augmented generation and RAG in a simple form. And how processing happens, like text splits, we are using recursive character text splitter, breaks documents into manageable chunks. Each document is split into, for example, 1,000 character chunks with 100 character overlap to keep the context. Like cutting a book into paragraphs that overlap slightly, and so no meaning is lost. So overlap, we can understand it like this overlap. So embeddings and numbers, each text pieces becomes embedding a list of numbers representing meaning. We'll use 1536 numbers per piece. Think of them as coordinates in a high dimensional space where similar meanings are close. This captures semantical similarity beyond exact words. Embedding batch size and can be 500. For our case, processes 500 chunks at a time for faster performance. A semantic search, when you need to find a specific information across large data set, semantic search understands the meaning behind your query. For example, not about partner in Amsterdam. Pinecone finds related chunks like Amsterdam user profiles summary is, for example, he likes Arabic cuisine, etc., and sent us as a response query, and finding relevant content even when keywords don't exactly match. Instead of classical databases, it calls vector databases. By the way, who previously worked with Elasticsearch, which we used inside our website for finding the relevant answers, which are answering lots of times and similar things easily. Okay, guys, so let's go again to our franchises CRM. As you remember, we had is as an CRM of our whole data. For example, we have personal notes about our partners in other datasheet, which we did manually. And as you see, we have full name, country, city, pain points, opportunities, ideas, personal insight. We add inside our textbook, for example, while we talked with them before, and added it inside our CRM notes. And it's completely different sheet other than CRM, because CRMs can be, for example, inside the HubSpot. In our case, we use just Google Sheet, but in a big project, it's like other CRM tools. So we will use this data to teach our vector database which type of partners we have, which type of characteristics. Okay, let's create our new workflow for teaching our RAG. So teach our RAG. Okay, and let's create at the first step. I use Google Drive when I have a new, for example, information adding inside our Google Drive, automatically goes to Pinecone to save it. Google Drive. So on changes on a specific folder. And let's add our new credential. For creating our Google Drive access tokens, again, we can click on Open Documentation. I recommend to use official documentations whenever you are learning, for example, JavaScript, even React Next.js. That's a reason why it's more understandable, and you can find any type of request which you have. And if you can't find anything, you can use, for example, chat with the document here, which is really great to find the special needs of ours. Okay, as you see, for setup an OAuth, we need to go to Google Cloud Console project and enable APIs, configure your OAuth and create your OAuth client credential and finish your NNN credentials. So let's create our new project on our Google console and create. It's created. Select the project and let's go to our dashboard. As you see, this is from Google Cloud Console and our new project has been created. After it, we need to enable our Google Drive API. So if you didn't enable this button, your project will not run. It will give you an error of Google Drive. So enable. Let's wait. Okay, ready. Okay, let's create our client ID and identify single laptop. Okay, let's go. For branding, we need to create a new project here. App name, franchise agent, support email, this one. Next, external. Next, contact information. Let's add this email again and finish. Continue. It's creating our project. For client, we need to create client, web application, and client, for example, XX, and authorized redirect URLs. It should be from our NNN. As you see, it's like a callback. Copy paste here, and great. So it created. As you see, we have a client ID here. Let's copy it here. Client ID and client secret. Client secret is here. Let's copy it as well. And save and sign in with Google. Access blocked. Has not completed the Google verification process. So we need to add that user inside our audience. Add users as a test user and add our email workzaur.aliyev@gmail.com and save. As you see, it added here. Let's go again and sign in with Google and continue. Select all, continue, and all done. As you see, it's green. Account connected. So now let's go to our drive. I already added, and right now I will remove it. Let's add a new, for example, folder. I call it YouTube because for our YouTube lessons. And after it, I need to add this CRM notes here. Let's add new file again. Add this. And to run my application again, let's say, okay, let's search for CRM notes. It is below. Yes, you see, name CRM notes CSV file. Right now, it's available inside our NNN. Okay, after it, I need to download that file. So download file. Let's say it by ID, and we can get ID on the left. Let's go below. Yes, as you see, this ID, JSON ID. Execute. Okay, it's ready. And after it, we need to run Pinecone vector store. Add document to vector store. Okay, let's go to Pinecone website. As I mentioned before, Pinecone is a great tool for vector database and for scale in production as well. And it's a logic which I showed you before, the same logic. And you can sign up. Let's create our database, index, franchise agent, and we can select configurations. For these projects, I recommend to use text embedding 3 small, just because of the financially cost-effective model of OpenAI. Okay, and let's select this one for dimension. AWS, you can select Azure and Google as well. Virginia is okay, and create index. Okay, it's ready. So namespaces is empty, as you see. Let's go to our NNN. We need to add new credentials. How we can do that? Again, you can go to the open documentations, documentation, and Pinecone vector store, API key, create API key. You need to go to Pinecone console. Let's go to console. As you see, API keys. Okay, let's create our API key here. Franchise agent. Create key. Let's copy it. Go back to our NNN, API key, and save. It's ready. And after it, Pinecone index. Which one? Franchise agent. We create it right now. And embedding batch size. I recommend to do it 500. And Pinecone namespace, notes of my partners, for example. And we need to add embedding, OpenAI. As you remember, as 3 small, yeah, you can select from here. 3 small is okay. And document, default data loader. Okay, so type of the data, it's binary, and load all input data. Okay, CSV, as it's CSV, text splitting custom, and options, metadata for the search purposes in future. Observation and value. Let's go to Google Drive, and we need unique data. Again, we can add here name, for example, this name. Okay, and text splitter, recursive character text splitter, and it's automatically 1000. It's okay. And chunk overlap, it can be 100. As you remember, chunk overlap is like paragraphs inside the books. Okay, it's ready. Let's go to our database. As you see, it's empty and it's ready. Let's run it. And ready. Let's see our vector store. As you see, inside our namespace, we have notes of my partners, and inside the browser folder, and let's refresh it. As you see, 6 results, because we had inside our CRM notes 6 results, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And for example, let's fetch it. Namespace, not of my partners, ID, values, metadata, as you see, version, CRM notes, and we can use it in future purposes. And text, as you see, the data we had inside our CRM notes. But right now, if we are sending any name or any city, it's not like the previous parent component we used exactly go to find full name or city. Right now, for example, if we send go to find opportunities, which includes a digital loyalty program, it will come and find this person. And whenever we are adding a new file here in future, for example, new partners, it directly calls our flow, and whenever we are making it active, it downloads our Google Drive file, sends to our Pinecone vector store, and that's all. So as you remember, I showed you this slide at the beginning, and we finished this section. Right now, let's see how we can retrieve our data from our web. Okay guys, so let's run our workflow again to see which type of data we are sending to Pinecone. So create an event with a partner in Amsterdam for the next, for example, Friday. Let's see which type of data we are sending to Pinecone. So calendar, solve our question, and for the next Friday. Okay, done. And for our client as well, done. And which data we sent to Pinecone, let's see. Okay, user, email, city, country. That's enough for now. And let's see our Pinecone, which data we have as an input. It will be the same data, but just because of the mock purposes, I am copied, so we don't need to run our parent again for running this subflow. So query this. Amsterdam. Okay, so that's great. So let's start to retrieve our data from our vector database. So we are sending a query. As you see, our query will be something like this: user, John Carter, email, and city and country, Amsterdam. And we will embed it to go to our vector database. It will give us relevant data and LLM, and after it, a response. So I am running an AI agent. Define below. I will send query as a system message later. I will edit chat. It can be OpenAI. 4 mini is good. We don't need memory. Okay, let's add our tool answer to our vector store. And description, we have a input like below. Find the relevant data from vector store. Okay, so below input is something like query. So limit is something like our Pinecone tries to search how many times, and so AI can define it. So vector store, it should be Pinecone. I already informed you how we can create credentials for Pinecone. Retrieve documents, and from list, franchise agent, and let's add Pinecone namespace, special namespace. What was the name of it? Not of my partners. Okay, let's add it here. And we need to add embeddings, and embeddings OpenAI, small, and model, and we can make it OpenAI chat model. That's good. It's okay. Okay, so let's give prompt to AI agent. Expression. You are AI profile retrieval agent, Pinecone subflow, and your task is to search the vector database for information about the specific person based on their name or city, country, and return a clear structured summary of what's known about them. Current date, input is like JSON query, call use the vector store to identify who this user is in the context of your stored data. Right now we are sending our city and name. By the way, you can send special things like pain points or special summary, but right now for our case, user and email is enough. Return a clean summarized text suitable for the Gmail and Telegram subflow. So our output will be if information found, profile summary, information about the user. If no data found, profile summary, no profile information found for user in city, country, for example. Guidelines: always perform vector search using both user or city, country. If multiple matches exist, select the most recent or contextually relevant entry. If multiple matches exist, select the most recent or contextually relevant entry. and don't generate new facts, only summaries, what exists in the vector store, and if only partial info is found, company or preferences, summarize it cleanly. Never output raw embeddings, IDs or metadata, only natural text inside profile summary. So for example, we are sending this data and our output will be something like this user is a master franchise based in Amsterdam, managing franchise 3 since 21, and he has a strong performance record and prefers email communication. His main challenge is operational overload, analytical, punctual, and enjoy structured discussions. And that's all. It's good. Okay, let's see. We already have an mock data, so no need to run our parent again. Let's test if we can find the user of this mock data. John Carter. Ready. It will be output like profile summary. John Carter from Amsterdam. Cautious with new campaign and slow in decision making. Let's see. John Carter, right? Let's refresh it. John Carter. Let's see. We have John Carter here. Let's fetch it. As you see, we found it and summarized it. Warm and family-oriented personality, enjoys classical music and tennis. Right? Let's go to Pinecone. And warm and family-oriented. He enjoys classical music, tennis, and Arabic cuisine. That's great. And recently celebrated his daughter's university graduation. This data comes from our notes, which we added inside our Pinecone vector store. And let's change our data, edit fields. Response should be manual mapping, profile summary, sent to our parent. Okay, ready. So if we run it again, output will be profile summary of that user. That's great. We finished it as well. So let's go to our parent again. So calendar, Gmail, Pinecone is ready, and Telegram subflow. So let's run our parent again to see which data we are sending to our Telegram subflow. Tuesday, for example. In the meanwhile, let's string Azerbaijanity. Ready. Let's open our Telegram, and as an input, as you see, let's copy it and go back to Telegram, set mock data, this one, save. Okay, query, ID, tool call ID. I have. Okay guys, I just did one update to Telegram sub workflow. So we need to send our chat ID to our sub workflow, and query will be the same and from the previous one. Let's run it again one more time. Wednesday. Okay, let's see which output we will have in Telegram. Okay guys, ready? Let's check Telegram subflow. So we have profile summary, query, chat ID, which we need. So let's go back to Telegram and executions. Let's copy paste our mock data for easy usage and copy it. Let's go back here, set mock data and this data. So what we need to send Telegram message back to the user, text, send a text message. So chat ID from here and query from here. Ready? For example, if I click on it, let's say we have an answer. Yes, we have an answer. Let's remove NNN attribution execute again. We have this data. Okay, let's add one if case. If our text string contains booked or our meeting contains sent, it means our case is successful. We can continue by sending a voice summary. As you see, for the false case, no operation, do nothing. Okay. So if it's successful, let's add a GPT model, OpenAI, and messaging model. And from the list, we can do, for example, for one. So role, let's make it system, type text, prompt. You are a speech script enhancer that prepares text for voice. Current text is this one. Execution never includes markdown symbols like bullet because Telegram doesn't accept it. And Telegram reads text format. You can use emojis to make text more structured and understandable. Your job is to return structured meeting summaries and special notes I should remember about the person, like his character celebrations. No need to make it so long, maximum 300 characters. And to change the date to the human language, something like this. And keep it concise and flowing, not robotic. Keep names, meeting topics, and personal insights exactly as provided. Okay. So send again Telegram message. It will be text format, text, and chat ID comes from here. Let's add here, and text comes from messaging model. We have a problem. Okay, text should be something like this for now. If we execute it, text will come from OpenAI model. So text is like this. As you see, it's a summary. Let's remove it. Execute step. Let's see. Yes, we have another summary here. Remember John values punctuality. Looking forward to a productive session. And let's remove NNN. Let's create a voice message as well. So OpenAI again. Generate audio. What we are sending here is text. And for example, echo and execute. Create an audio. Yes, it's ready. Wait. We need to make it here like this and separately. Telegram node again, send an audio file and chat ID again from the first chat ID, binary file, generate audio. It will come data, and that's all. Let's see if it's sending.
Meeting set with John Carter on the 12th of November, 2025, from 9 to 10 a.m.
Okay, guys, as I promised to you at the starting, we'll generate output of our audio file in ElevenLabs. Let me show you how. Let's make this deactivated and let's use HTTP request to send to our ElevenLabs. Let's search for ElevenLabs developer. ElevenLabs. It's one of the powerful AI audio API. You can just log in into it. Okay, let's go to developers and documentation and text to speech and text to speech. So it should be post request. So post request and let's copy this URL. Let's remove it. I'll show you why. So guys, why I removed, because this part is a voice ID. As you see, text to speech / voice ID. We need to find an voice ID which we like. So let's go back and voices. Let's see which one we can use. For example,
the room was silent, but in that silence,
second
The
one.
distant rims of the world and of the firmament seem to be a division in time, no
It's
less than
good.
a division in
BBC
matter.
style. Let's go and copy voice ID. And let's go back and add this here. So authentication none. And we need headers. As you see, XI API key. Let's go here, headers, API key, value. So we need to create an API key. We need to go back and developers again. And API key, create an API key and create API key. Okay. Text to speech, create key. Okay. Copy it to a clipboard. Let's go back, value here. So add a parameter. We have content type, application JSON. We need to send body and text and model ID. Using JSON, expression. Let's go here, text. So text coming from here. Let's remove it. Okay, as you see, it's string format. Okay, secondly, model ID, 11 multilingual version 2. So let's test it. Add request, please check your parameters. That's because we finished our free version. I recommend you to buy its paid version. Why? Because it's just $5. Let me buy it. Okay guys, as you see, it's verified. You're on the starter plan and payment verified. Credits and $5, and that's all. Let's go back and execute step again. Ready? Good. So let's go like this. Let's remove it. And we will send an audio file again. The same logic. Telegram, chat ID, data. Okay, let's make it active. And let's see. Let's go to our Telegram. Your meeting.
Your meeting with John Carter is scheduled for the 12th of November 2025 from 9 to 10 a.m. Central European Time. Email confirmation has been sent. John is insightful and values clear communication. Be concise and direct.
It's also working. Let's add it here. You can also use it without buying ElevenLabs subscription plan. Our Telegram flow is also ready. Let's go back to our main workflow again. As you see at the end, it's something like this. And let's save. Let's call it franchise AI agent. Let's start to execute our workflow from the start. Let's go to our franchise agent and let's check our calendar firstly. So for the Monday, I just have one free slot. Let's go back to our Telegram. I wanna scale up my franchises in Amsterdam. Create an event with a master franchise manager for the next Monday. Okay, and let's see, it's working. Calendar. It will run multiple times because I just have one free slot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots are non-active. Let's see. Calendar is ready. After it, Pinecone, because our intent is booking. After it, Gmail. Gmail is also working. Sent email, and after it, Telegram subflow. It's ready. Let's check our calendar. As you see, it's added. Let's check the calendar of our partner. So 4 p.m. minus 3 will be 1 p.m. Yes, as you say, 1 p.m. Discussion with John Carter from Amsterdam. Okay, let's check our Gmail. Meeting booked with John Carter. Scale up his franchises in Amsterdam. Actually, I forgot to remove it. You can just deactivate append NNN attribution. And let's check our partner Gmail. A meeting update with John Carter. Meeting booked with John Carter for 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Europe Amsterdam time, and to scale up his franchises in Amsterdam. It's also good. What else? I need to check my Telegram. Meeting booked with John Carter for the Monday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Amsterdam time. Email sent. Meeting with John Carter is scheduling for the 10th of the November, and from 1 to 2 p.m. Amsterdam and Baku time zones. Email confirmation sent. John is always punctual and collaborative. Expect an efficient session.
Meeting with John Carter is scheduled for the 10th of November 2025 from 1 to 2 p.m. Amsterdam and Baku time zones. Email confirmation.
It's working smoothly. All good. Okay, let's check one more execution. So let's go back to CRM. For example, partner in Dublin. By the way, contact infos are the same email. So right now we can have some problem in our calendar because in Dublin we have -4 hour with Baku time zone. So I will show you how we can fix it. So let's imagine we are in a different email with that contact. So let's go back here. By the way, which day we can do? For Tuesday. Dublin. Last follow, Telegram subfollow again. And let's see. Ready. So in Dublin, we have this user, Connor, meeting with Connor for the 11th of the November from 11 to 12. As you see, Dublin time. Email sent and meeting with and 3 to 4 Dubai time. Wait, London time, and 3 to 4 it should be Baku time, and by the way, the same time zone with Dubai, but it's because of the AI response, I guess. So invitation sent by email. Lime is reliable and Valus direct communications. Looking forward to a productive session. Okay, and
Meeting set with Liam O'Connor.
It's also okay. Let's go back here, and 11th of which time? 3 to 4. And as you see, with John, and with Connor, and discussion with Connor from Dublin, and it will be when 3 p.m., which should be 11 a.m. for our partner, 11 a.m. But it's on 12 p.m. You know why? Because it's right now it's on Amsterdam time zone. Let's change our time zone again and make it Dublin Ireland time. And let's go back. It should be 11, right? Let's see. John, and Connor. You see? 11. It works properly. Right now, our calendar is on Ireland time zone. Is Connor. Let's check our partner email as well, and Connor this time has been created. What's the case? I don't see data from our Pinecone. Why? Because we can mention whiskey, etc. Lime Connor is based in Dublin. Okay, why didn't send us? Send profile summary. It's my mistake. Okay, what we are sending, query, profile summary. We just used query. We didn't touch to profile summary. Let's go back to Telegram and messaging model. Let's just send. Let's send, not just data. Let's send our profile summary. Current text, profile summary here. Okay, let's go back and run it again. I want to scale up in Dublin for the, for example, 3 days later, make it more fast. And our last flow, Telegram subflow, is also finished. Let's check meeting with Connor and meeting summary. Connor, based in Dublin, is focused on boosting brand visibility, region, and promotions. He prefers informal chats and passionate about football and whiskey culture. Easygoing and optimistic character. Let's check our Pinecone for Connor. We have this data. Easygoing and optimistic, football and whiskey culture, informal conversation. You see, guys, it's not the copied data. It actually changed our data. You see about whiskey and easygoing and optimistic character. As you see, optimistic, there's no character here, but it summarized it. Okay, let's check our calendar. So which time? 9 to it's in Dublin time. So 9 plus 4 is 11. So Lime, as you see, it should be 9 a.m. As you see. By the way, you can ask why we have a meeting for 8 a.m. But due to our instruction, only working hours. Previously, we were on Amsterdam time zone. That's the reason why it's already booked. But right now, we are on Ireland, Dublin time zone. So as you see, it's booked. And for Baku, it will be 1 p.m. as you see. Okay, and we have summary as well.
Meeting summary, Liam O'Connor, based in Dublin, is focused on boosting brand visibility.
It's also working. And as you see, guys, we finished our flow. I can say it's easy because we used lots of tools here. We touched lots of topics, as you see on our tabs. Let me explain it one more time. We used Telegram trigger to get our messages, and if else, because we want to be sure only we can access to our CRMs, Google Drive, calendars, and that's the reason why. And we can send text message or audio message, both are okay. And we have first scheduling orchestration AI agent, to check our CRM tool. If we can't find a user with false statement, we send to our user. We couldn't find a person in CRM. If true, and we are going to schedule an execution agent tool, and it has for sub workflow, calendar, Gmail, Pinecone, and Telegram Subflow. Calendar for checking availability of our calendar, check client availability, and book appointment. And I used Google Gemini chat model here. And for Pinecone, for booking purposes, we check our Pinecone to retrieve our data from vector store. After it, Gmail, send the emails to our attendees. After it, to inform our user in Telegram. And after summarizing our output, we go to ElevenLabs, and it generates an audio, and we are setting audio to our Telegram user. So also we can send our text message as well. So it's like that. And one more thing, I also created one more workflow to go over the Google Drive to check if we have a new file, and if we have, it goes to embedded and to send it to Pinecone vector store. One more thing we can add here, for example, if it's successful, we can add successful events to our new Google Sheet, and just because which people we talked and what's our next meetings, which is verified. So we can add it like this. Google Sheet. We can go to calendar, system message. As you remember, I added one more note, my meetings summaries. If book appointment is successful, call it, and to log meeting details. And let's go here, and let's call it my meeting details. So I created a new sheet, calendar, start, end time, attendees, description, location, summary. Let's run it again. Guys, so it's ready. As you see, calendar, this one, start time, end time, attendees, description, Dublin, online meeting, summary meeting with Connor, business discussion. We can just use this Google Sheet for our own purposes to see which type of appointment we did on which date, and which type of descriptions we have, and this type of things. You can make it more personal. I will also add mind map from the Miro to our source code. What type of scenario do we have, and which tech stack we will use, and time zone logic, and how we can teach our AI. Okay, guys, we finished our lesson. If you watched till now, appreciate your time. I hope it was insightful. So if you didn't understand some concepts, I recommend you to watch the video multiple times, and not only watch, try to do it yourself in your local machine as well. Like other YouTubers, those are focusing on selling courses in their school community and etc. People comes to me and says, we bought this course, but there's not anything. Real business problems is different. You should find pain points, which technologies is good to solve this problem. So it's not easy. It takes time. It takes experience. I don't promise you can learn it in 10 days. You need to practice every day. What I believe, education is free. You can go and find it yourself in their documentation. There are lots of great insights in the documentation. So we are not anymore 6 years, 10 years ago, finding one question in Stack Overflow and waiting for months. We have ChatGPT, so you can ask any question. So I recommend you try to go deep dive to understand all concepts. It will take some time. I'm sure it will be a great experience for you. As I mentioned at the starting, you can find our final source code at the description. If you are a business person and have a specific cases in your business, just contact with me. Let's do one-to-one strategy call to check your business. Let's save hundreds of dollars, which you are paying annually, to grow your profit and to decrease your expenses. I will just add my links below, or you can just scan some QR codes here I will add, and in touch. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to be aware of the new videos, add new comments, and to like our video. It's just because this video can be reached to the people who are spending money on their businesses, or to the students who are paying to fake AI legends lots of money, and they can find free sources, and all of us can create an synergy and to create a great community. See you. Take care.